My name is Neema. I'm with Moxit Labs. We're building a virtual electronics lab. The idea for the lab came because as an electronics student, as previous electronics student in one of the universities here in Tanzania, we experienced difficulty in lack of equipment. So we decided that having a virtual electronics lab will allow for students to be able to study and practice electronics virtually in their mobile phones or their laptops. So the gap in education that we could no longer ignore was the fact that students could not get a chance to practice what they learn effectively. Maybe, for example, in the university that I went to, there was a time limit as to when you can access the lab, and also there was components were not easily accessible. They were expensive, and you also had to import them. So that gap brought about the idea that we can have a virtual electronics workspace where you can get virtual components that use real physics, so that one can experiment and try out different ideas in a virtual environment. Mostly students in higher education who are taking engineering subjects are affected by this issue. So this solution will be available to them so that they can study and experiment different electronics concepts on their devices, and doesn't have to be specifically like electronics or electrical engineering students. Even students from other engineering aspects, like for example computer engineering, could also take advantage of this platform. I think that the existing infrastructure, the biggest challenges that students face is that the equipment and the components are not easily accessible. You have to import them. So in a virtual environment, you just drag and drop the component into your project, and you start using it. And because we are implementing real physics into these components, they get to see the real behavior. Like if you overload a transistor, it's going to burn, and so that way they get to practice with real physics, but in a virtual environment. I realized that technology could become a solution for this project when I saw other platforms being implemented in a virtual environment, in the web environment. For example, maybe the design platforms, design softwares, for example, music software, video editing software being implemented in the web environment. That made me think, okay, maybe an electronics workspace could also be implemented in a web environment, making it accessible, rather than maybe having a mobile app or having a software you have to install in your computer. Our approach is different from existing environments because we aim to make it accessible through mobile phones without having to install anything. Compared to existing electronics workspace in the market, you have to install it in your computer for it to be able to work. But also we are designing it by following the current curriculum that most institutions in the country use. So the practice and the lessons that will be available in the platform will be reflecting the current curriculums that are offered by the universities.